So, Lionel Messi hasn't reported for training at Barcelona this week, which is something that's likely to make the club's fans shuffle their feet a little bit uncomfortably. The Argentine legend's contract at the club has already expired, and at present, he hasn't inked new terms. So if you're a Barcelona fan, should you be worried? Today, we're going to discuss Messi's future and explain the reasons behind his no-show at the training centre so far. We also need to discuss Harry Kane's future at Tottenham after the English striker was also a no-show at the Spurs training complex earlier this week. English Premier League has sought measures to tackle the growing issues surrounding VAR, and it appears that players will have to do more than just go down in order to win penalties. Chelsea have also seen a big money bid rejected, so their striker hunt goes on. Alright everyone, let's subscribe to our channel and make sure that we've got our notifications turned on. Chelsea big money bid rejected. Chelsea's need for a new striker has been well documented, with Tammy Abraham likely to leave Stamford Bridge this summer and Timo Werner a much better presence down the left side. The Blues don't have an out-and-out striker. While Erling Haaland remains a dream signing, the Norwegian might not make the move to London, either this summer or the next. Therefore, Thomas Tuchel has set his sights on the club's former player, Romelu Lukaku. The Belgian international left England for Italy, where he's been scoring goals for fun for Inter Milan. The Italians might have their own financial issues, but they're reluctant to sell their prized asset. In fact, Sky Sports reports that the Blues made an $85 million bid for their former player, which was effectively rejected by the reigning Italian champs. Chelsea even included left-back Marcos Alonso in the deal, but the Nerazzurri don't want to do business for a player that they deem unsellable. Premier League to change VAR rules? Last season wasn't great for controversies. VAR led the way and we saw many soft penalties being given and even good goals being ruled out for offside. The VAR rules are way too strict and don't forgive a player even if the hair on their elbow crosses the red line, and if you ask us, it's a very absurd thing to rule out a goal for something like that. More than that, the players were literally looking for the slightest of contact to hit the ground, which made things difficult for referees. VAR didn't help, and its weak interpretations resulted in many spot kicks that were way too soft to be given. Now, a new criteria is going to be introduced that allows a more free-flowing game. Mike Riley, the Premier League head of refereeing, says that a lot of factors will be taken into account before VAR gives its verdict. Also, referees will be given more influence, which could possibly end the nuisance of lengthy reviews that affect the overall rhythm of the game. Let's see if this makes any difference or not. Atalanta on the verge of Demiral signing. Gian Piero Gasperini's side are set to lose the services of Cristian Romero to Tottenham Hotspur, and it appears that they've quickly gone about their business by sealing a move for Turkish international Merih Demiral from Juventus. The former Sassuolo man struggled for minutes last season and is happy to secure a €35 million move to Bergamo, where he's likely to get a lot of action on the pitch. Kane A NoShow. Tottenham might have the upper hand when it comes to selling Harry Kane, but the player's recent stance has shown that he's the one who's holding all the cards. In this day and age, where players wield all sorts of power, clubs are normally powerless when a star player's sole intent is a change of scenery. Kane was supposed to show up for training at the Hotspur Way on Monday, following his summer holiday. However, the England international failed to show up. In the midst of it all, there were talks of Man City's interest in the striker and a €100 million bid rejected. Apparently, Daniel Levy doesn't want to lose his main man and is not going to entertain any bid less than £160 million. Pep Guardiola is eager to sign the 28-year-old, and his senior management is willing to go as far as £130 million. However, Spurs are apparently not too eager to sell their best player to a direct rival, and herein lies the problem. The Spurs chairman sees the likes of Manchester City and Manchester United as direct rivals, but if you look at the team's recent showings, a rival is not the appropriate term here. The Londoners have not won a single trophy in 13 years, and they're already looking at a huge rebuild. That rebuild has to happen without Kane, who clearly has his heart set on a move to Manchester. Will Kane ruin his legacy by leaving this way? Maybe he will, but then again, what's the point of having a legacy that isn't built on trophies? Is he being unprofessional? Well, it is a bit unprofessional. A lot of players who've acted in this manner in the past have become pariahs at their former clubs. The media helped to shape that narrative too, but let's see if Kane is seen as a hero or a villain in this scenario. Messi return and a hopeful president. At present, Lionel Messi is not allowed to train with the first team. The Argentine forward is the club's all-time leading scorer and a free agent after his previous deal at Camp Nou expired on June 30th this year. It's widely expected that Messi will sign a new contract. The new deal would see him take a significant pay cut as Barca continue to face a dire financial crisis. But unless he signs the deal, Messi isn't going to train with the club. The veteran is currently on holiday in Miami after guiding his team to Copa America glory. This was his first trophy for Argentina, and Messi will be eager to add more of those in the coming months. While he was expected to arrive for training on Monday, Messi is currently in Ibiza with close friends Luis Suarez and Cesc Fabregas. This means that a major chunk of Barcelona's pre-season games will happen without Messi in the squad. They've got games against Red Bull Salzburg and Juventus later this week, before the La Liga campaign kicks off with a game against Real Sociedad on August 15th. However, Barcelona fans shouldn't be too worried about Messi's future, because at present, no club is interested in signing him, and Messi's contract discount is only limited to the Catalonian giants. If Messi was going to sign for either Man City or Paris Saint-Germain, we're sure that he wouldn't opt for a significant pay cut. Joan Laporta says that Messi will sign a new contract, but at the same time, Ronald Koeman will be sweating over something really grim. We're in the process of getting Messi to stay. He wants to stay at Barca, and we have to make sure that happens, Laporta told Barca's official media channel at the presentation of summer signing Emerson on Monday. "We all want Messi in La Liga because he's a world-class player, the best in the world, and he clearly helps to promote the league. I know Leo wants to stay and appreciate that highly. Everything is very much on the right track." As a result of their financial issues, Messi might not be able to play for Barcelona until January. The Spanish giants are struggling to reduce their wage bill, and a lot of big earners are constantly being asked to take a pay cut. Antoine Griezmann's future is still up in the air, with the France international on a lucrative contract. Moving him on would be really difficult, even though Atletico Madrid are keen to bring him back to the club in exchange for Saúl. Griezmann's contract expires in 2024, and Laporta says that the player will honour his contract. This indicates that the player might not be too keen on sacrificing such a good salary. La Liga chief Javier Tebas is refusing to show any leniency, and if the status quo remains unchanged, the club is likely to start the new campaign without their talismanic leader. Similarly, the likes of Sergio Aguero, Eric Garcia, Memphis Depay, and Emerson are also unlikely to play the first half of the campaign, which will be a huge blow to La Blaugrana, who are expected to make such a strong start to the new campaign. But Barcelona's problems are far from over, with teenage sensation Ilaix Moriba not signing a contract extension at the club. The immensely talented player has been banished from both senior and B team since he's refused to compromise on his salary expectations. The youngster has just a year left on his current deal, and Laporta says that the club will not be forced into a corner by a player who developed at La Masia. If that happens, the young midfielder is likely to leave Camp Nou, and it's been reported that Real Madrid could make their move, which would be quite an embarrassing bit of news for the Catalan giants. However, as long as they've got Messi in their corner, the La Liga giants can hope for better days to come. They do seem to have an exciting crop of young players knocking on the door, so expect Barca to eventually get back to their best.